Merry Christmas, everyone! It's Christmas in Japan, and it's nothing like what I'm used to in Jamaica. I'm in the more country or rural area in Jamaica, and apart from the stores that will have decorations up indicating that it's the Christmas season, there's basically nothing else, no other type of evidence in the community indicating that it's Christmas or it's even December. But that's okay. Compared to Jamaica, where lights would be on a lot of homes, especially lit up in the night, there is nothing like that in Japan, in my city where I'm living. And if you are living in a bigger city in Japan, please tell me what the Christmas atmosphere is like in the comments box below. Okay, so the usual green and red plants, I've totally forgotten the name of those plants. Poinsettias, I think? Yes. My church actually has one, like right where the preacher is standing. Yeah. And I visited a park, I think it was Den Park, and they had many all over the place. But outside of those areas and maybe in the supermarkets, there isn't much of an evidence that Christmas is actually here. Christmas is today, right? And so it was really quite helpful to know that my church was, a part of celebrating Christmas, or they were involved in celebrating Christmas. So I realized that as the day grew closer to Christmas, I was having a lot of different feelings, how to feel, what to feel, how am I going to celebrate Christmas, what am I going to do? But, I had something to look forward to because I was rehearsing with the church choir. I was rehearsing other pieces with other members. And so when I got up this morning, it was happy birthday, Jesus, and then I was like so excited. I started playing Christmas songs. I mean, I was playing them before, but this morning was just all Christmassy, very, very Christmassy. And I was looking forward to going to church, And even though it was Christmas, or even though it is Christmas in Japan, the atmosphere is still very serene, still very peaceful kind of thing, Unlike in my church back home, my church would have like all sorts of festive things going on. And, my church is very exciting. Portmore Holiness Christian Church people, woo, big up on yourself. So in Korea United Church, it was still very peaceful and serene and so on. But it was clear that something different was happening. Why? Because the congregation was full. And like in Jamaica, Christmas is a time where those who do not usually visit church actually come out with their families and are present in church. And so is the case here in Japan, at least in my city. Right, so we had special ministry with the handbell choir. That was just so cool. And we had the choir sang, and guess who was a part of the choir this morning? Me. So I sang with the choir this morning, and that was totally cool. It was in Japanese, and all I know is that the song is talking about the joy of this season, the joy and happiness that this season brings. Right, so after the service, which lasted about an hour-ish, the usual time, but we also had communion today, which really marked how precious and holy this day is. Unlike in Jamaica, where we have communion every first Sunday, it's not really the case here in Japan at my church. But we had communion today, and it just made it all the more special. So after the service, we had a break for lunch. This lunch was quite a spread, and it was buffet styled. Oh, there were so many different treats and things. There was no Christmas cake, nothing like what we're used to. I did not see any ham. or any pork or any roast beef and them thing there. Nothing like that. Lots of Japanese stuff. But guess what they did? They did just for me. Jerk chicken. Oh my goodness. I could not believe it. They were thinking about me and they added to the meal jerk chicken. Mind you, it was the wing, you know, the leg part of the wing, but I didn't care. I was just overjoyed. I was beside myself. And you know, it went even further than that. I was actually presented with Grace jerk seasoning. Me bawl, me cry. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe this lady from my church had actually prepared the jerk chicken. She ordered this online and presented it to me. Best Christmas. I tell you, best Christmas ever. You know, and after lunch, we had other performances, you know, other performances in song. And there was even this old man playing his violin. Mind you, he was very shaky, but it was just such a blessing to see the effort that he put into it, you know. And I sang again. I sang with my dear friend, Mano-san, Kazuko Mano. And she played the Okinawa. It's a little... Me I gotta try to get one picture and show them. And I sang in Japanese and I sang in English. And then me bust two Jamaican Christmas song upon them. Yes, man, I did. Sing the chorus, clap your hand. And everybody was clapping, yay. And then I did, the Virgin Mary had a baby boy. And I was doing all kind of gestures. No, me never do the Virgin Mary had a baby boy. I did, let me tell you about the story of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And I was doing gestures and baby and king and all them kind of things there. You know, for everybody that did something today, that ministered or performed in any way, they received a gift. Yay! A big bag. I think it's pure snacks in there. I haven't opened it yet, but it looked like one whole heap of snack. But everybody that, whether they played the piano, we had some high school kids, man, it was like concert hall recital, the way they played. I was just like so moved at how Asians in particular play so beautifully. Oh, it was so good, you know. And nobody was left out. Nobody had to feel alone during this Christmas time. Each person got a number during lunch. And then all the numbers went into a bag and they called the numbers and you went and you picked a prize. No, not prize, a gift. You just picked whatever gift. And I was just so moved. And, you know, I realized I could have easily been alone or felt alone during this Christmas time. I mean, living alone in a foreign country. But for my church family. And, you know, I really want to implore you, if you are in a foreign country, wherever you are, find a church family. Find a family of believers, you know, that will really help you through, you know, throughout your stay in this foreign country, or just to help you through those difficult moments when you feel like, you know, you're really missing home and so on. Because the outpour of love and joy is what Christmas is all about. Right? No matter where in the world you are. No matter where in the world you are. And so I say to you all, Merry Christmas to Yoi Otashi yo from Stacy in Japan. Bye! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!